How do you make your negative emotions work for you? In this video, I'll get you to consider how running away from your negative feeling emotions is actually costing you in the long run. Hi, I'm Kira, a registered psychotherapist who helps women who are overthinkers and overachievers manage their anxiety so they can do more of what matters to them. Overthinkers and overachievers experience a lot of anxiety, shame, regret, guilt, and anger turned inward. I'm sure you'd group these all as negative feelings because they feel terrible. And we typically do everything we can to avoid them. We call this avoidance experiential control and emotional control because you're trying to do everything to avoid experiencing them or control your emotions by suppressing the feelings. The question begs to be asked, why are we even designed to experience these feelings? Happiness feels good. Most of us would even just take contentment. What is the point of crappy feelings like shame, guilt, regret, anxiety? Emotions do three important things for us. Number one is communicate. Emotions tell us something. Anxiety tells us we are worried about a threat. In overthinkers and overachievers, it is likely failure or social rejection. Guilt tells us that we have wronged someone. Regret tells us we've done something or haven't done something and feel a strong disappointment about it. Shame tells us we feel deep embarrassment and want to hide. Negative emotions communicate these things in order to motivate us, which is number two. They motivate us to take action or behave in a certain way. Anxiety is to take action to manage the threat. Guilt is to make amends. Regret is to change our future actions. And shame motivates us to hide from others. Emotions like anxiety and fear actually physiologically rev up our bodies to take action. Number three, illuminate. Negative emotions illuminate for us what is important to us. For me, if it hasn't rained in a couple of weeks, I don't particularly feel anxiety, but a farmer might. As an overthinker and overachiever, you're likely to feel anxious in an evaluation situation. And that tells you that there's something important about that situation for you. Maybe feelings of unworthiness or not feeling good enough cause you to want and seek external validation. Or maybe it's really important to you to achieve on a high level. So emotions are super helpful at communicating, motivating, and illuminating our values for us. So let's give them a little airspace. No? Still not convinced? Consider these questions. How has pushing away emotion or avoiding experience worked for you in the long term? When you push emotion away for a little while, how long does it take before it comes back? What does it cost you? What have you lost in trying to avoid or control negative feeling emotions? What opportunities have you lost? What about time spent on things that weren't important to you? Or treating people in a way that you really didn't want to? Food or substances that you consumed in a way that you didn't want to? It's often a sobering experience in considering these questions. Most people recognize that pushing away and controlling negative feeling experiences isn't a long-term solution, and it's costing them something important. So what can we do to drop the emotional and experiential control agenda and make peace with negative feeling emotion? What research shows is being mindful of them and being willing to experiencing them is key in managing them. How do you do this? You do it through the 4 A's. Acknowledge, allow, accommodate, and appreciate. And I tell you about it in this video here. Is this a new way of thinking about emotions for you? Tell me in the comments if you experience emotions as an enemy or an ally.